Well, hello, Facebook. It's day 10 of Everyday Life and Business. And here we are. I'm kind of considering today. It's day 10. I'm not considering anything. I'm delighted to have got this far. But I'll tell you, I think it was day 2. Pretty sure it was day 2 where I said, I'm not. I didn't want to go live day 2. Day 1, day 2. It must have been day 2, right? I didn't want to go live, and I was like, I wonder if day 2, it must have been Saturday then. Friday was the 1st, yeah, Saturday was 2nd. So I didn't want to go live, and I kind of was like, well, it's Sunday, the day of rest. That's what people call it, right? The day of rest. I should be resting here, and don't feel like I am resting. But I'm okay with it. Hashtag replay, by the way, if you're watching the replay. Look, I was just filling them really for a second, but I'm okay with it. But it's 5:30 at night, and I just feel totally unprepared. My light's not working either, so I've got no red light, which adds a little bit of depth to the colour behind me, but hey ho. Anyway, let's just get on with it. I'm going to stop talking about how I feel and whether I should be here or not. I'm just going to crack on with it. So yesterday we was up till about 2 p.m. I had a wonderful sleep. You know, if you've been following along, I've had a bit of a ropey sleep here and there throughout the week. I had a wonderful sleep last night. It was a 90 on my Fitbit score thing, which was amazing. But we didn't go to bed till 2 p.m, which is not like me and Amy. We don't really have late nights unless we're out and about doing stuff, right? And obviously we're in lockdown at the moment. But we went to bed at 2 p.m. because Amy was doing a little bit of work till late, and then we started to go down memory lane. And I don't know if you guys do this. Every now and again it happens, but what happened is I went on my old Facebook account. I have 2 Facebook accounts. One was my old one. It's about 12 years old now. The one we're on right now is about 4 or 5 years old. The reason why I created this one is because I wanted a work one, a professional one, and after about a year of having both, somebody said something to me. It was something like, if you have 2, why do you have 2? Like, what is it about the one that you can't put on the other? And I decided that I was like all in on Facebook. This is where I would get work from. So I would just ditch the other one. So I went on my old one and I said, look, I'm keeping it just for archiving purposes, but I'm moving over to this other one. I use Facebook for work. I want to generate business through Facebook. So if you want to follow along, you can come along to that one. Anyway, I went back to it purely for the photos, and we were going back through memory lane. And the one thing I thought about as we're kind of looking to a new year and you know, going back over what's happened this year, just bear with me one sec. The word I've put down here is I'm just grateful. Like I look at it and I'm just think, wow, what amazing amount of stuff to have achieved already. I'm 37. A great and amazing amount of stuff to achieve by this point. When I talk about business and I talk about the pressure I feel under this week, like I feel like it doesn't matter about the pressure this week when I can look back and say there's so much that we've achieved already. But the pressure's still there. Of course the pressure still exists. It doesn't go away, right? So that's all I've got to say on the life front. Is just that I'm just grateful. I really appreciated looking back in memory lane, all the trips we've done. You know, it kind of made me a little bit depressed about lockdown. I've got to admit, we could see all the... My light's gone out now because it definitely wasn't charging. We could see all the amazing things that we do, right? Like, and that, it makes it sad, like all the parties with friends and seeing people and all the trips we used to go, Alton Towers, Warwick Castle, going away on holidays and stuff. Like, all I'll say is beware, be warned that if you go down memory lane and you go and look back over the last 10 years, like, just be warned that in the current situation of lockdown, it is a little bit depressing, but I'm at the same time very positive that things will change. The vaccine gets rolled out, or the vaccines get rolled out, and hopefully life should get back to normal. From a business perspective, I had a new member to my academy this morning. I mean, I don't know how many that is since the new year, but we must be in double figures now. We're on 20 20 paid recurring members to the community. I've got 30 who have been through my programs. I gave the first time we ran the boot camp, I gave the people on that 12 months access. I gave the second group 3 months access. I realised 12 months was too much to give away as part of a product, so I gave away 3 months access, and then they get the decision to decide to go on to recurring. So there's 50 people in there, which is just amazing. There's a couple of speakers in there as well from previous guest expert sessions, which is just amazing. Like I really wanted, and I have wanted for the last year or so, to really build a community inside my private Facebook group. And I feel like with the new members and the people, not just that, it's not just about the number, but the actual people that are joining the group, like they're people that really want to move forward with video. And so I'm really excited to help them with that, because of course I get a lot of enjoyment out of helping people move forward, right? Like that's all part of it as well. Today I'm building a website. I've got a website for a client signed up with me a while ago. She's trying to get all the content to me so we can build that website. Just finishing that off. It's a little brochure website. It was a sort of favour really more than anything. I told this person, I was like, I don't want to build it. I don't want this website, but she told me about it. I was like, okay, well let's sort it out for you and get you started. As you know, I don't really do that work anymore, but here we are. I saw somebody, I don't know if it was in a group, someone just said, does it feel like the first full week back at work? And I guess with what happened with lockdown at the start of the week, like the kids started to go back to school, and everyone thought everything was going to be normal, and then they said no. So everybody's schedule last week was kind of thrown out the window. But for me, I think I had a full week. I felt like I had a full week. I certainly had enough meetings and guest expert sessions and all that kind of stuff. Like, I think this is a full week. I think I had a full week. If last week was not a full week, then I've got a lot to look forward to this week if this is the first full week. And yes, I've got my masterclass on Friday coming up, which I'm really excited about. I filmed all of that yesterday. Like I did a run through of it and made sure it's got enough meat on the bones for that. So I'm really excited about that. That's a captions masterclass, and I'm prepping now for the next masterclass, which is a content repurposing masterclass that's going to happen the week after. And the last thing is just what I mentioned really, which is the pressure to repeat. That's what I've put in my notes here. I had such an amazing week last week that I've now got the pressure to repeat. I posted in one of the private groups, I don't mind mentioning it on here, if I'm documenting my life, I need to be transparent, but I posted in one of the groups how my masterclass, I've had, I think 5 people sign up for it, which is really disappointing overall. Like, you know, like from a sales point of view, it's a low priced product. I think there's loads of value in there, and only 5 sales so far. However, I'm not going to let that deter me. I'm going to persist with the masterclasses. I believe these are going to be great. By the end of the 12 weeks, when I've done all 12 masterclasses, I will have 12 £27 products. I think that's what I'm going to sell them for. Don't quote me on that. I will have 12 £27 products that you can go and buy at any time. And I think whether I get a lot of people on the live ones or not, it doesn't really matter. If I have those products, if I get nice sales pages written up for them, and people can just take the masterclass at any point and get an insight to what it's like to work with me properly inside the academy. Of course, all my academy members get access to the masterclasses anyway. So even though I've sold 5 live tickets, I'm hoping that some of the members will come in as well. In fact, I know a couple of them have already said they will come into the masterclass. They're looking forward to it. So we should have a good, if I got double figures on there, I'd be quite happy to have double figures. Join me live. It's nice to have an audience when we're doing these things, and it's great for the Q&A as well. A lot of the stuff, Facebook Live wise, a lot of the stuff that I do is talking to a camera, so there's no real feedback. So doing these live masterclass, this is why I did them live, by the way, because live masterclasses, I want to get feedback. I want to see what people really struggle with. A lot of the time you think and you guess kind of what they're doing. I ask the questions of the audience all the time. In fact, the reason we're doing the captions masterclass this time is because I asked to what, like, of the 12 that I've got planned, which one do you want first? And we had the captions one came top of the list. So that's that. Oh, another thing I'm really excited about this week is that my YouTube channel goes live properly tomorrow. I still need to do my intro. I forgot about my intro. When am I going to fit that in? I'll try and figure that out. I've got a new intro to do, and it's going to mess my schedule up now if I do it in the middle. I'll just drop it in there somewhere. But I've got a new intro to do. But my first video on the YouTube channel goes live tomorrow, and the reason why I'm relaunching it is I'm using my professional editors, the editors that do all our commercial stuff. I'm getting them to edit the videos together, so they've got a really nice aesthetic with them. I've planned my videos out, so I'm really structured this time. So I feel ready that that's going to go live, and we're going to have better videos on the YouTube channel, and they're more regular. I've just updated my YouTube channel cover, so that's really exciting. And yeah, I think that's everything really. Apprehensive about the week. That pressure to repeat last week makes me apprehensive, but I'm just gonna lean into it. That's what Gemma, who's I'm in consistency club with Gemma, went, and I've seen her comment to someone else and said lean into it, and I'm gonna lean into it and just go with it and see where it goes. But you can see it's a somber mood. This is why I do all my lives, by the way, in the morning, sort of afternoon. By the time I get to this time at night, I'm somber. So the energy levels are lower. I'm somber, and probably doubt myself more in the evenings as well. Or maybe it's just because it's the end of the week. I'm not sure. Anyway, that's it. I'm going now because I'm just letting everything out, and I don't want to give everything out. I'm supposed to be super enthusiastic all the time and sort of inspiring people to jump on my masterclasses and in the group and all that kind of stuff, but I can't help but be honest with how things are today. And it's probably having a bit of downtime as well. Like, I feel guilty for the downtime. Like, when you're not doing as much, I feel guilty for that as well. I'll get over that, I'm sure. All right. Let me know if any of that makes sense to you. And if you watch this far, thanks so much for your time and attention. This is me documenting my life. And I'm going to keep doing it for 365 days at least. All right, take care. Bye-bye.